All right, Facebook Live. Hey, we're on day 6 of a 7-day series on caregiving. And you can see the title today is Caregiving, Meds, and Nutrition. So I got Becky here. We're going to talk. She's going to talk with us a little bit and show some things, actually, sort of show and tell. In fact, I'm going to turn it around and have her get right to that. If I can see my camera. There we go. Turn it around. Here's Beck. All right, there she is. All right, tell us about what you got in front of you there, dear.
Well, this is all of what I take right now, but
All of that you take in the course of a day.
Got
it.
So, but in the beginning, before I got cancer, I only took vitamins that my doctor recommended with pregnancies, and we just ate really well. We grew all of our own food. We ate very little refined foods. I made a lot of stuff from scratch. So then I got cancer, and after that, I started doing supplementing to help boost my gap, to fill the gaps that I knew I was having. So I do a protein shake, which isn't in this mix here.
Okay.
But in the beginning, what I did was just basically this little pile. Just the basics of what you need daily. And then a few years after, my thyroid stopped kind of working because of the radiation that it received. So I had to add my very first drug.
That's a prescription medication.
Yeah, so many people are on Synthroid.
It's a thyroid drug, right?
Yes. And so then later on, when my heart failed in 2011, I then, of course, also had a lot of other issues going on. But initially I ended up on the drug therapy, which were drugs that I take in the morning and drugs that I take in the evening.
All prescription drugs.
All prescription. Right? And I started having digestive issues, so I had to add some digestive aids. I do a probiotic also with a aloe drink. But
it's just a variety of things.
That help in the areas that I now need extra. And of course, with COVID, we really have added a couple other things to help with the immune system to make sure that it really helps boost my immune system.
So those top two piles are all nutritional supplements, morning and evening.
Yeah, so I take like this in the morning, and these are my evening ones because you also calcium is important for women.
Okay.
So, and then I do a laxative. It's a natural one.
And that's part of our supplement. We consider that supplementation.
Yes.
That's not a prescription.
No. Those don't work for me anyway. And I need it because prescription drugs tend to be constipating. And
your bowels have been buggered with chemo and radiation.
And
And so those two containers there, you used to have small little containers that carried all your pills. Those.
Yeah, like this.
Not anymore.
I was using like that. But
one per day.
Morning, evening, and it's just ready
So
to
two
go.
of those bottles per day.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'm going to switch this around, finish up here. So, two things from a caregiver's perspective. One is I need to be on top of Becky's prescription meds. What she takes, when she takes them, how much she takes, and how much supply we have left. So I need to be engaged in that process. Now, I can get some of that off of my chart, if you know what that is. We think that's excellent. But caregivers need to be engaged in that process. And then in our case, we have, from day one of her cancer, my father introduced us to this. He had triple bypass and said, Mark, you got to get Becky on this stuff. And we did from the start, as Becky indicated. And we're convinced, we keep saying 3 reasons that Becky's still around. Prayer support, we've had lots of it. Lifestyle change, we've been serious about that even before the cancer started, but now especially afterwards. And then finally, we think the body is looking for, in Becky's case, a really high dosage of nutrition, because that's what the body uses. We're not anti-medication. You can see clearly she takes what the doctors prescribe. But the body's looking for the nutrients. That's the raw material the body uses to fight, to build the immune system and all those kind of good things. And then I take it as well, not that much, but I take a good supply because I got the heart history I mentioned about my dad. I don't have to go down that road. I'm not taking any meds. I do the lifestyle thing, exercise, etc., but trying to keep away from what my dad had to go through with triple bypass. And we think this is a critical part of our regimen and our life and keeping Becky healthy 29 years out. So if you want more specifics, certainly Becky wants to talk about that. I'll be happy to as well. We're not going to talk about company names at all, specifics about what we take. We're happy to do that later. I probably will put a link in the comments that is a short video, 6 minutes, to just talk about what, if you're going to supplement, what questions should you ask about what you take? Because we know from experience, there's a lot of junk out there. In fact, it's mostly junk. And so we want you to be careful if you're going to do that. Again, we'd be happy to talk about that. And we think it's made a huge difference. Tomorrow, my last last part of the series is going to be a pretty tough one, maybe to even do. We're going to talk about the end. If you've had cancer, you know you've had that conversation in your home. But I have some really good resources to share about that, and we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about that as well as part of the whole caregiving package. So we'll do that tomorrow. Hope this has been helpful today. And again, if you got questions, just shoot us a message and we'll be happy to talk more. And have a great day. Thank you.